We are going to be making these cute coil snakes today, snaky pots. And we will be glazing them, which means adding the color later. You're going to start out with a piece of clay with possibly some hard edges. If you do, you're going to take those and bang them on the side, the corners. Lightly bang the corners so that you get more of a rounded piece. Once you have a rounded piece, you're going to roll it back and forth in your hands just like you would make a normal everyday Play-Doh snake. Once you've done that, you can also use your hands to lightly squeeze your clay. And you can lay it on the table and roll it through with your fingers. Once you have a coil that is long, you don't want it so teeny tiny thin, but you don't want it so thick that it won't curl. You want it thicker than a pencil. So once you have that done, you're going to start coiling. I'm going to take my snake and just start curling it. But in order to get it to stick together, I'm going to have to score and slip. So I'm going to take my needle tool and I'm going to make little lines, little hatch marks down the back of my snake. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Scoring is boring, but I make lots of lines. Say it with me. Scoring is boring, but I make lots of lines. The next part is the slipping. Slipping is dipping, and I like it just fine. Slipping is dipping, and I like it just fine. Then you're going to take your coil and roll it together. You can smooth it a little bit, but you do want to see the coil so that you can tell it's a little snake. And from this point on, you're just going to keep on scoring. You're going to try to score it enough to get your base. And once your base is as wide as you want it, then you can start moving up. So you can see I'm going to start moving up, and now when you're ready to move up, instead of scoring on the side, you're going to score on the top and bottom of your snake. Doing the same scoring marks as you come up to the top and then adding the water to do the slip. You may also smooth the sides. If you see the scoring marks showing, you can use your finger or the popsicle mark to do that. Now, if you run out of clay, that's okay. You can make another coil. And when you're ready, you've made your second coil and you're ready to join, you're going to score the end of that. You can press it down a little bit flatter, and I'm pressing down flat my new coil and scoring there as well, adding the slip. And then I'm going to press it together and then use your finger to smooth that on. And if you look, it looks like one whole coil because the clay smoothed really well. So now you're going to keep on scoring and slipping up the back of your snake. When you get to the end, you'll have to make the head. So leave a little spot that's not attached. And you're going to press it until you think it looks like a snake head, maybe more narrow in the front and maybe thicker in the back. You can take a popsicle stick and shove it through the middle. I think these make really cute mouths if you want, or you could draw your mouth on. I'm going to use the needle tool to draw some little eyes on mine. However you would like your snake to look, you can do that. Once you have finished designing the face, go ahead and take your popsicle stick and look over it and see if there's anything else that needs to be smoothed, any scoring marks that are showing or anything like that. Once you have finished smoothing your snake, you can go ahead and start designing the pattern. You're going to need to use creativity for this and also patience and effort because there's a lot to add onto your snake. So I'm doing a diamond on mine. You could do stripes, polka dots. What pattern would you like to do on your snake? As you design in clay, you start to get these little clay boogers that crop up. They don't look too bad now, but when they come out of the kiln, they're spiky. So as you go along, you can press those off. You can either smooth them a little bit in or just dust them off. And for mine, I'm also adding a little bit of a press mark to the very top. Remember, creativity takes courage, and you've got this.